Hello, dear Pisces, and welcome to Wellness Beyond Intuition here with me, Oliver. Yep, it's a good new year, hey, already. Well, Happy New Year, and I hope you celebrated it with style, which I'm sure you did. So, well, welcome here. We are going to look what's going on here in January and see what's coming up for you. Remember, they are general, so please check out the other placements, Moon Rising, Venus, Jupiter. And people keep asking me about that Jupiter thing, but I will do a separate video where I explain to you why I think Jupiter is a very important planet to also check out. That'll come down the road at one point, okay? So, but also I want to let you know that I do personal readings, and all that you can find in the description box below this video, with a lot of other links to everything else that I do, such as my radio show, etc., etc. And I would love for you to be part of that. Sorry, I'm just going to really correct you a little bit. There you are. I am going to shuffle here, see what's coming up for you, which I'm sure it's going to be just fantastic. And by the way, please hit that like button. Let's get the algorithm going. That would be fantastic if you do that. That would be awesome. So, so as we keep shuffling here, and they keep falling out because that's what cards they do when they get excited. Like they have a total mind of their own. They do tell a good story, I gotta tell you. That's why I love working with the cards. They tell a good story. And they give a very good glimpse into where people are at in their lives, and what may come to fruition, what may not come to fruition, or as a guidance tool, But let's see where the cards they land. And as I said, they are general, and so we never know where it's going to land, whether it's going to be romance, career, finances, or all of it together. But sometimes the cards, I don't control where the cards they land. I shuffle them, I put them down, I let my intuition guide me where it's all gonna fall, okay? So, dear Pisces, here we go. You start out with the Ten of Pentacles. Well, wow. And then you get the Devil. Of course you do. And then you get the Three of Swords. All right, we just started out really good, and then suddenly it just went downhill from there. And then the Seven of Swords. Jesus. Then we go back to the Two of Cups, which is fantastic. Don't worry, we're going to figure out what this is all about. The Three of Wands. I think part of it is that what's going on with this whole scenario with the Devil, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Swords, it's you may have allowed yourself to compromise a little bit, where I would say don't ever compromise. If you know what you want, stick to that, okay? Because otherwise we're going to have that scenario that I just talked about, the Devil, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. I don't know if somebody stabbed you in your back, but it seems it ties back all the way to career. So I don't know where you're at in your career right now, whether you still have a job and you just don't feel satisfied with it, if you got fired and you're moving on to a different job, or where in between all of that lies. But we'll figure it out, because something really fantastic is coming up. And then you got the Ace of Cups. If I didn't know better, you are about to embark on a brand new romance. And we got the Strength card. And we're going to leave it here at the end with the King of Pentacles. So you are about to manifest a lot of good stuff in your life after gone through what I would say has been a bit of a challenging time. The Devil, well, the Devil's in the details, right? But we start out with the Ten of Pentacles, which I think it's very important to say that you definitely had a lot of success in what you've done. And I want to tie that exactly back to career, because that's where I think we're going to start. But because it seems like you were on a roll, you were definitely making the kind of money that you wanted to make, and you were also giving yourself the opportunity to really bring together what it was that you wanted in your life. But something went a different way, because suddenly we got the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords. And that's why I'm saying, I don't know if somebody backstabbed you, or somebody spoke ill of you, or you felt betrayed. But I do want to go back to the swords again, and I keep saying this when I see swords. They don't necessarily have to manifest in real life, because swords is air. Air is mental energy. And yes, life starts and reality starts in our thoughts, or feelings, thoughts, whatever you want to call it. So we can say the thoughts, they bring on the feelings, or the feelings they bring on the thoughts. It gets very, it gets into a lot of different corners here. But what I'm sensing here is that all of that you have gone through, it's no longer part of your thing. And yes, it can feel like the devil has sort of played a role in this. If you look at the devil from a really evil point of view, or the temptation, he is the big tempter. Can you say tempter? Well, he definitely liked to tempt people to go in a certain way, which is, don't even get me started on the whole the God and devil and the fallen angels, etc. But there is definitely a sense of temptation here that led you to where you were, because I think you've moved on from that. And I think it ties in with the Three of Wands, which I feel is a lot about, compromising, because there's a sense of hesitancy when you look at the Three of Wands, because that if you overstep your boundaries, you will see yourself actually probably disappoint yourself, because Pisces, for crying out loud, if anybody knows where to go and where to use your intuition to be where you want to be, it's you. You've got all that beautiful water just which gets in everywhere. You can sense and feel just about anything that moves around you. But if you overstepped your own sort of like comfort zone and gone into a place where you felt that you compromised, that would make sense. But it was tempting, and you did it, and it brought on that little bit of heartache. It felt a little bit of a betrayal, but it's behind you, which is beautiful. So let's not dwell on the past, okay? Because this is a new year, and we are going to focus on the new year for you, okay? Because I want to let you know that you're starting off the new year on a much different note. It may have ended on a bit of a, I don't know, not exactly the happiest that you could have been, but hey, things, they change. That's why we got the Wheel of Fortune here. So you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is very, very interesting, because as I always say, the wheel is always in motion. So when the wheel is down, it's got to go up. And from what I just looked at, what was in the past, the wheel definitely was down. So now it's only going upwards. And what it is that is bringing with you here, first of all, I want to say that I think if it comes to career, there's definitely new career opportunities coming your way. Opportunities that will make you happy and smile, and make you feel like you're really on the right track again. Then you got the Two of Cups, and then you got the Ace of Cups, and then you got the King of Pentacles, you got the Strength card here. And so if I stick to the career path here, then you will find a job that matches you, and for you it's going to feel like a new love affair, so to speak. But it's going to create a sense of real stability where you sort of can pull your finances together again. If they were ever out of place, we don't know, right? That's one of the reasons why it's important that you check out your other placements, so you know exactly what the full picture is. That's very important. But I can also pull that into romance, because one thing is career, but you know better, where all of this it falls, right? Because Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, it's also about, and then the Ten of Pentacles, it's about family, meeting that one person that is going to really sweep you off your feet. I would love to say that it may be somebody from the past that you're still thinking about. However, what I'm looking at is somebody who's coming in completely different, showing up differently in your life, because you got the Ace of Cups. And for that, and there I think that it is a much more brand new energy But I mean, you have learned so much from what you've been through in 2022 that I'm really not worried about you, dear Pisces. You've gained your strength, and you know exactly how to rule from the heart. I mean, you've conquered the beast inside, where the beast before ran around with you. You are now in charge, so to speak. And I thoroughly enjoy where you're going. I love the fact that all that crap isn't, sorry, pardon my French, it's behind you. It's just behind you. You don't have to worry about that anymore. But you're moving into this new year. I would say a lot of newness is happening in your life. Career, relationship, whatever it may be, or both. But keep your eyes open for certain things to fall into place. And what it is, it's gonna, where you want to know what it's you going to start, because what you did before, you compromised. And if you ever if you're in a situation again, sort of like the one that you were in the past in 2022, you will sit down and you will go, is this something I really want? And then you know yourself, because you don't want to compromise. It's just not worth it at the end of the day. It's like settling for less. You get less than you settled for, right? So know what you want. So when that romantic partner shows up in your life, take a good look at them. You can afford it. Or if that new job shows up in your life, or that promotion, or ask yourself, is this really what I want? But all I can say, do not compromise. Find your strength in all of this. You can afford it. Mark my word, 2023 is going to really give you a lot of the things that you are hoping and wishing for. So stay with that, my dear friend, okay? And again, hit that like button, and I will see you back in February.